No way. Y'all are not about to go from box braids, take them out, next day faux locks, take them out, next day more faux locks. Like, y'all aren't doing that. Y'all are really out here doing that. Have to let our scalps breathe, baby girl. Like, you're gonna put an oil and a cream and an oil and a cream day after day or every other day, whatever your, regimen may be. But after a while, your hair's not gonna even touch that stuff. It's not even gonna accept that stuff. That water is not penetrating anything, baby girl, because there's too much product buildup. Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Nelia. Welcome back to my channel and back to another video. Welcome if you're new. And today we're gonna talk about why your protective style ain't protecting nothing. And while we're talking, I'm gonna be putting on my headband wig. This is not sponsored. I just need to get ready for the day. It's actually 4 in the afternoon, but better late than never. If you've followed me for a while, you know protective styling is my thing. It's my jam. I love it here. It's great. I have some notes here of my 3 reasons why your protective style is not protecting anything, girl. And we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna discuss it. We're gonna get into this. I have notes. I have tea. Okay, so the number 1 reason why you may be doing a protective style but noticing afterwards that there's too much shedding, there's breakage, there's all these issues. One of the top reasons is because you're not moisturizing your hair. It's hard to moisturize your hair depending on the style, and certain protective styles are harder to moisturize than others. I love using this example because it's an awesome style, but y'all, it's a tough cookie. Faux locks. Faux locks are so awesome. They're so amazing. We love them. They really, like, you do not have to bother with your hair for as long as you keep them in. Like, they're the thing, right? But faux locks, because of the way they're done and the hair is wrapped around your real hair, you can't access your hair. You can access that scalp, which is of course important, but you can't access your strands. You can't touch them. They're not getting touched until you take that style out. What am I doing? See, I don't know how people do this and the hair at the same time. I don't know how y'all do this. Whew. There was a debate recently on YouTube that I came across from a YouTuber called Strawberry Curls. She's actually also really popular on Instagram. And she was talking about how she offers a service to her customers to wash your protective style, for example, braids, right? And it was interesting, the comments under this video, because it was like, no, don't wash your hair because that's gonna cause matting and you're gonna get locks or some craziness, right? And my opinion is, I wash my hair when I have protective style. I like to add in that moisture depending on the protective style, right? So some protective styles are easier to wash than others. So for example, faux locks, like I said, that's pretty simple to wash your hair with. Marley twists are more forgiving with the frizz and whatnot. But I know with mini twists here on my channel, I've washed them plenty of times, but I know after that, there's gonna be some frizzing, there's gonna be some that unravel, so it's gonna be kind of like more work. So sometimes I don't even bother washing them over the period of time. I personally haven't seen any, breakage, excessive breakage or shedding from not washing my hair. But again, it depends on the person, your hair type, what style it is, etc. On top of that, people are worried about the smell and mildew and things like that. If you properly dry your hair after you washed it, these things don't happen. And I've washed braids before, and I've washed faux locks, and I sat under the dryer and did what I had to do, and no issue. So just a thought. This was pretty common. Like, if you've gotten a protective style, you probably know this because it's probably like the number 1 thing, really. It should have been number 1. The protective style you put in is not protecting your hair because there's too much tension. There's too much pulling on your scalp. And this can lead to things like alopecia, which is just basically hair loss in different areas of your head, different bald spots and whatnot. This can be solved from day 1, installation. If you feel like your stylist is pulling your hair too hard, say something. If you feel like there's too much tension, say something. If you are fine in the chair and then you get home and realize it's too much, you're getting a headache, you see the actual tension, take it out. It's not worth it, y'all. It's not worth losing your edges and even having bald spots throughout your hair. I've been there before. I've had to take a few braids out from styles before, but granted, I can put some styles back in. But if you can't, ask a friend, go back even if you want, and ask for a looser style. Now, as I was doing some research on this particular topic of why certain protective styles aren't protecting your hair, one of the most eye-opening one for me, but I kind of already do this on my own, but it was still interesting to like read about it and see, is people do not take enough breaks in between their hairstyles. And I always was like, no way, y'all are not about to go from box braids, take them out, next day faux locks, take them out, next day more faux locks. Like, y'all aren't doing that. Y'all are really out here doing that. Hair literally needs time to breathe in between. There was an article I was reading in Essence from, they were interviewing a licensed dermatologist, and he gave this method. It's pretty forward, 4 weeks in, 4 weeks out. And that's the method you should follow for protective styles, just so it gives your scalp a break. Weeks in, keep a protective style in for a month, take it out for a month. Put a style in for a month, take it out for a month. Now, I know a lot of people probably disagree with that. Like, I get it. You paid all this money for this style, which is also why I push to learn how to do styles yourself, because these stylists these days. But anyways, that's another day. Saying like that's not feasible for a lot of people. You don't have the time or whatever. You feel like you spend a lot of money, and it's just, I know. But it's kind of like, what do you want at the end of the day, right? Do you want your real hair to be healthy in a good state? Or do you want to take it out and it's falling apart in your hands? And I say that dramaticness because that happened to me. I've had a Marley twist style in for way too long. And y'all know Marley twist hair. Okay, I pushed myself for whatever reason to keep that style in for about 2 months and a little bit more. Oh my God. It doesn't matter how many times I sprayed my hair every day with some water and an aloe vera or peppermint oil. It doesn't matter. My hair was upset. And there was a lot of excess shedding. And I remember just I collected it, because that's kind of how I, keep an eye on things. I see how much shedding was building up, and it was like this ball of hair. And I was like, that's way too much shedding. And my scalp was just so dry. And the thing is, back to the moisturization thing, you can moisturize your hair in these protective styles, but over time, that product is gonna build up, especially if you're not washing your hair. So you're gonna put an oil and a cream and an oil and a cream day after day or every other day, whatever your, regimen may be. But after a while, your hair's not gonna even touch that stuff. It's not even gonna accept that stuff. That water is not penetrating anything, baby girl, because there's too much product buildup. That also goes back to learning your hair porosity, learning your hair type. Make sure you're not getting lighter, heavier oils when you need a lighter oil. Don't use creams, use this. So that's another day, another topic. But I really think that's something that we should follow and think about when we do these protective styles. Also, this dermatologist made this image here, I'm gonna pop up on the screen, of just different hairstyles and the risk factor they have. So, for example, you see here, high risk is tightly done locks, cornrows, braids, micro braids, extensions, or braids applied to relax hair. For the relaxer girlies, I can only imagine the breakage you would have if you put in some tight micro braids on a fresh perm. Like, I can't even imagine. The moderate risk, we have braids on the natural hair, so looser buns, ponytails, looser locks, cornrows, braids, extensions, or braids applied to natural hair. That kind of reminds me of knotless braids. I feel like those are popular because of the look is cute or whatever, but they're also popular because they're not too tight on the scalp. Granted, my issue with them is they don't last that long, but if we're doing the 4 weeks, 4 out method, we can make it rock, right? Maybe. Of course, your low risk is your hair worn loosely, low hanging ponytail, and buns. So I want to say, like, out of all of this reading and researching I've done on protective styles, buns are always just winning. But then it's like, what kind of bun? Okay, because y'all slicking back your bun every day ain't it either. So I want to do a video on the best protective styles and rate them from high to worst to best, in my opinion, what I've actually done and experienced, and kind of rate my favorite protective styles. Let me know if you guys would be interested in a video like that. Let me know down below, because I think that's just really interesting. I know a lot of people have their own variation of it, but I have a few things I want to add. So let me know if you guys want that in another little chit chat video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something new. Let me know down below, how long do you like to keep your protective styles in? Do you wash your hair while it's in a protective style? Let me know all your little details down below. Just comment right under this video. And while you're down there, give me a like if you liked it, and subscribe. Join the family if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.